Hello, mabuhay! This is Teacher Lourdes, and this is your course, Environmental Science. Our lesson 1 is Definition of Basic Terms. I do not own the images in this video. The references are rightly credited and listed in the last part of the discussion. No copyright infringement is intended. And also, special thanks to canva.com. These are the learning goals. The first one, we will define the following basic terms: environment, ecology, environmental science, and environmentalism. 2. You will create an elaborate concept map to show the relationship of these terms. And lastly, you will cite the importance of studying environmental science. For our motivation activity, we will have 3 picks, 1 word. You will guess the word hinted by the 3 pictures. You have 3 seconds to guess. 3, 2, 1. If you answer 3, you are correct. 3, 2, 1. If you answer environment, you are correct. 3, 2, 1. If you answer science, very good. So now, let us define the terms. The first one is environment. Environment is the air, water, and land in or on which people, animals, and plants live. Using it in a sentence, certain chemicals have been banned because of their damaging effect on the environment. We're not doing enough to protect the environment from pollution. These are other examples. The radiation leak has had a disastrous effect on the environment. We must ensure that tourism develops in harmony with the environment. We won't invest in any company that pollutes the environment. A dangerous amount of radioactivity was released into the environment last month. It would be better for the environment if more people used bikes rather than cars. Now let's define ecology. Ecology is the relationship between the air, land, water, animals, plants, usually of a particular area, or the scientific study of this. Using it in a sentence, the oil spill caused terrible damage to the fragile ecology of the coast. She hopes to study ecology at college. To illustrate the meaning of ecology, these are the biotic and abiotic factors. Ecology is the study of the relationships between organisms and their environment, and the balances between these relationships. The blue words are the abiotic factors, and the red words are the biotic factors. Bio means life, so the biotic factors are the living things. The living things are the insects, plants, microorganisms, reptiles, mammals, and birds, according to the illustration. The abiotic factors are the non-living things. These are the air, such as carbon dioxide and oxygen, the sunlight, and the water. Ecology explains and study the relationships between these abiotic and biotic factors. What does ecology have to do with me or with us? Ecology is the study of the relationships between the living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment. It seeks to understand the vital connections between plants and animals and the world around them. Ecology also provides information about the benefits of ecosystems and how we can use Earth's resources in ways that leave the environment healthy for future generations. Now, let's define environmental science. According to Jill Nugent, environmental science is an interdisciplinary field that integrates scientific methods and disciplines to understand and address real world environmental challenges. Jill Nugent is an instructor of science at Southern New Hampshire University. She authors a recurring citizen science column for the National Science Teaching Association and is the founder and director of the Great Outdoor Classroom Project. She said some of the disciplines integrated into the environmental science include earth sciences, life sciences, physical sciences, and social sciences. If you want to make a difference for the health of the planet, environmental science is an excellent study and an excellent field to immerse in. According to Dr. Kelly Tripleton Hunter, the focus of environmental science is to learn how the natural world works, understand how we interact with our natural world, and determine how we can address environmental issues to preserve the natural world around us. She knows that firsthand. In addition to her role as an adjunct instructor at SNHU, Tripleton Hunter is a health risk assessor for the Hampshire Department of Environmental Services. According to her, understanding how the natural world works and how we interact with and impact that world can help us determine the most efficient and appropriate ways we can reduce those impacts or develop solutions to address those environmental problems. In 1970, the Environmental Protection Agency was created. With it came the Clear Air Act of 1970, restrictions on lead-based paint, focus on national air quality, the Clean Water Act, studies on pesticides, and more, according to the EPA. Now, continuing this research and sustainable education are crucial to help to keeping our ecosystems in balance, reversing damage we've done, and preventing future destruction. Environmental science is important to all of us because we have no planet B to inhabit. According to Bill Tepe, environmental science is an interdisciplinary academic field that draws on ecology, geology, meteorology, biology, chemistry, engineering, and physics to study environmental problems and human impacts on the environment. Environmental science is a quantitative discipline with both applied and theoretical aspects and has been influential in informing the policies of governments around the world. Environmental science is considered separate from environmental studies, which emphasizes the human relationship with the environment and the social and political dimensions thereof. For example, whereas a researcher in environmental studies might focus on the economic and political dimensions of international climate change protocols, an environmental scientist would seek to understand climate change by quantifying its effects with models and evaluating means of mitigation. Furthermore, he said that the study of environment is as old as any human endeavor. The modern field of environmental science developed from the growing public awareness and concern about environmental problems in the 1960s and 70s. The publications of books such as Rachel Carson's Silent Spring in 1962 and Paul R. Ehrlich's The Population Bomb in 1968, together with nuclear proliferation and growing concerns over the anthropogenic release of toxins and chemicals, raised awareness about the need to study the effects of human actions on the environment. The burgeoning effect and burgeoning field of environmental science took on the task of quantifying the effects of disasters such as the 1979 Three Mile Island accident or the impact of atmospheric sulfur dioxide and other emissions on acid rain. Environmental scientists analyze a wide variety of environmental problems and potential solutions, including alternative energy systems, pollution control, and natural resource management, and may be employed by government, industry, universities, or nonprofit organizations. In the Philippines, there are several laws that aim to protect the natural resources and our environment. Presidential Decree Number 1151 in 1977 states that in the pursuit of advancing both the productive and harmonious relationship of nature and the Filipino people of the day and the future, the Philippine environmental policy mandates an intensive and integrated national environmental protection program, mainly by requiring environmental impact assessments and statements. On the other hand, Presidential Decree Number 1586 in 1978 states that this policy established the Philippine Environmental Impact Statement System as the framework for all environmental impact assessment activities nationwide. In consonance with the Philippine environmental policy, the PEISS includes the classification of every development project as either environmentally critical or environmentally non-critical. All projects that can potentially cause any form of significant impact to the environment are regarded as environmentally critical and are therefore required to secure an environmental compliance certificate. Another Republic Act is the Republic Act Number 7611. The Strategic Environmental Plan, or SEP, is a comprehensive framework for the sustainable development of Palawan. All projects of government agencies from planning to implementation in the province should be coordinated and aligned to this framework. The main strategy here is to establish an environmentally critical areas network, or ECAN, which is a graded system of protected control over all terrestrial and marine natural resources, as well as the tribal ancestral lands in Palawan. The Palawan Council for Sustainable Development was created pursuant to this policy. Republic Act Number 9729. In light of the climate vulnerability of the Philippines and its people, The Climate Change Act of 2009 integrates climate change adaptation and mitigation strategies into policy formulation and development activities of all government agencies. It also created the Climate Change Commission, chaired by the President of the Republic of the Philippines, as the central entity for all climate change related plans and programs in the country. Okay. For the complete list, you can access this website. As humans, we believe that we are the most intelligent beings in the planet. However, we are also the ones causing the destruction of our planet Earth. Therefore, environmentalism is developed. Environmentalism is an interest in or the study of the environment in order to protect it from damage by human activities. Environmentalism is the study of the environment and the belief that it must be protected from damage by human activities. So what are the human activities which destroys the environment? Some are activities that we do every day, such as throwing trash to the sea or to rivers. Other activities are burning garbage. We also cut trees, we throw trash to the seas, and we basically destroy the natural habitat of animals by over harvesting or poaching. So we must do and act so that we can save our environment because there is no planet B. We only have Earth for our human race and also the future generations. So we must do something to protect and conserve our environment. Let us look at the brief history of environmentalism. According to Zeno, in 450 BC, the goal of life is living in agreement with nature. Awareness of our delicate relationship with our habitat likely arose among early hunter-gatherers when they saw how fire and hunting tools impacted their environment. Anthropologists have found evidence of human-induced animal and plant extinctions from 50,000 BCE when only about 200,000 Homo sapiens roamed the earth. We can only speculate about how these early humans reacted, but migrating to new habitats appears to be a common response. Ecological awareness first appears in the human record at least 5,000 years ago. Vedic sages praised the wild forest in their hymns. Taoists urged that human life should reflect nature's patterns, and the Buddha taught compassion for all sentient beings. You can read the rest of the brief history at this website. For your student activity, you will create a concept map. This is a sample concept map uploaded by Envertator in this website. As you can see in the concept map, environment are given elaborate connections and interconnections with other factors. In this concept map, environment is related to ecology, environmental pollution, pollutants, and other factors. If you analyze this concept map, you will see the connections and the factors that affect the environment. This is another sample concept map. As you can see, The trees give oxygen and wood, and oxygen is important to humans, plants, and animals. The wood is used to build or make houses, paper, and furniture. For your activity, you will create a concept map incorporating the terms defined and other factors that affect the environment, such as human activities, pollution, and climate change. The rubrics, which will be the basis of your grade for this performance task, is shown next. Send your output to our Google Classroom. So this is the rubric for assessing your concept map. The criteria, the first one, relationships between concepts. The highest point will be given if you have clear relationship between concepts, hierarchical organization from components to subcomponents, and you will have 2 and 3 for the following criteria. And also cross linkages and presentation. Okay. At the bottom of your concept map, cite the importance of studying about environmental science in 3 to 5 sentences. Submit your output in 2 days. Late output will not be accepted in our Google Classroom. These are my resources. Thank you for these resources. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you to my resources, and I will see you next time. Bye.